live. Hi everybody, here is me with a lovely German chamomile, Matricaria recutita. It's pretty windy and gloomy and hazy and humid. I'm on this view now, you can see it's super hazy, pretty humid. It was miserable walking the dog before, but let's get on to chamomile. So welcome to Plant Talk. Happy hour, but it's really like happy 5 minutes or happy 10 minutes, whatever. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I see some folks are coming in. My first time, so we'll see if I could save this video. So this is German chamomile, and this is just from last year. These are some raised garden beds I have them to protect some plants that are near and dear. They're all near and dear, but the deer are out here. Many of you might, hi Keisha, they love to nibble on things. And I had German chamomile growing in the cage. I let some go to seed, and these are all volunteers from last year. I mean, look at that. And then I have some more here. So lots of volunteers. It's now, you know the date, it's like May 29th. This stuff's just started to open. And some of you might be aromatic enthusiasts. So this beautiful little flower, you need to crush this to really get the oils. And the oils really come out, and it's like a womb. I remember learning that. It was first from Kathy Skipper. She's a really cool person you should check out. And Matricaria, mother. So this is like a mother herb. This is in the aster family, the Asteraceae family. This is the one that we drink and love. It is gentle and soothing. You can think, the first thing when people ask me something about, like I have conjunctivitis or my baby's teething, the first thing that comes to mind is German chamomile tea. Not the essential oil, nothing. You can take a tea bag and a compress and just moisten it and then keep it on the eye for conjunctivitis. I like the hydrosol for like an ear if you have aches for little ones. Just really gentle. I'll get into affinities later, but I wanted to show you another opportunity. So this is in the aster family, like I said, gets really tall. For distillation, I think I'm gonna cut it back in the next couple days. I need a sunny day. This is too kind of moist, but I'm gonna cut to about here and distill the flowering tops. This is an annual in the aster family. Here is Roman chamomile, Anthimus nobilis, same family, incredibly aromatic, more aromatic than German. It gives a little more oil yield. I really wouldn't say much. They're both expensive oils. They don't want to give themselves too much to the essential oil, so you can find some beautiful hydrosols. So what else do I want to, hi everybody, thanks. Do I want to share? You can see how tall this gets. This likes the cooler weather. It's going to peter out when it gets hot. That kind of gives you an indication of when the way plants grow. When you have hot, irritated conditions, you think of how cool and beautiful this is. My hand was like, I have my trusty shears off with their heads. It's so bad. So I just snipped a little head off. Oh, it's so beautiful and lovely, but really moist. Like even the cellular structure is moist and damp. And again, this will peter out, but even though it's an annual, when I cut this back by about 1/3, 2/3, it should come back in like late August, September and have another bloom. Let's see what else. So it's an annual, the aster family, and growing conditions, honestly, everyone loves this herb. It doesn't give you a lot of essential oil, but it's a weed. Just like I have lemon balm over here, many of our beloved aromatics and herbal friends are considered weeds. They willingly volunteer year after year in your garden. I don't think I'll have to plant German chamomile ever again, right? I try to grow it every year, but this is enthusiastic this year because it's been a bit cooler. So let's see. I'm see who's here. It's just a couple of you. It's so awesome that you're with me. Again, Plant Talk happy hour, really informal. What I'd like to do now, if you have questions, I do see you're here. I'm gonna go. I'll talk about soil a little bit, but I'm gonna go into where it's a little quiet and less windy, and we'll talk about some oils together because we can. But one thing when you think about this, and maybe this is in your life, it probably is. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this is. Just think about the tea itself in the plant. You can harvest this, the flowering tops. You really want the flowers themselves. The stems and the leaves are going to start to be a little more bitter. But the bitter is really important, actually, because bitter, when you drink, that helps your digestive system. So you want a little of that bitter, actually. This is one reason why we drink the German chamomile over the Roman chamomile or English chamomile, whatever, potato. This is less bitter than Roman. Roman's a little more bitter. And when you think about the two of them, how they're different, Roman chamomile is like so high in esters, it just like knocks you out, super sedative or sedative. This is less so. This is more of the digestive, excellent on the digestive system for upset, colic, just anything irritating. Again, it's a mild, like bitter, helps with the actual digestive process. And you think about working with this, anything that's ouchy, irritating, red hot, inflamed, screaming child. And it's great for working with elderly people, people with depleted immunities. It's just gentle. And we all know that. We all know chamomile is really gentle and it's a soothing, lovely tea. And I have to say this because it's a beef of mine. I think I have an IG video on this that's from last year. You want fresh, vibrant herbs. If they're dried, use them within a year or so because they lose their potency. And when you work with herbs that are aromatic, do not put them in hot, boiling water because what happens? Poof! Everything just goes away and you're kind of bruising and ruining the whole process. So you don't want to do that. So like I said, I'm hoping to distill this for its hydrosol in hopefully this weekend. So I'm going to go back to my where it's a little more quiet, and I picked some oils. La-di-da. This whole IG Live thing's kind of hilarious. I was just trying to think about what would be awesome, and then hopefully you can to think about doing if you're really geeking out about the plants. If you're interested in growing this too, many of the herbs, they don't like to be too wet. I'm looking at the herb right now, sorry. They don't like to be too wet and they don't need to be pampered. Like that doesn't need a lot of compost. That's from like the Eurasia, it's not from North America. And most herbs thrive on neglect. And most herbs, when they have a little stress, not that stress is bad, give more oil. So that's always important to think about. So I have with me, I'm going to show you my little oils. Ooh, can you see that? Doing this weird view. So if you want to think about blending for something, and I wrote about German chamomile a little while ago, or my dog saying hello. So definitely for digestion, and this one kind of for me screams about when we think of essential oils and skin. So we're thinking about, hi Nikki, she's wondering why I'm talking to my phone. So if you want to think about skin, one thing that if you want to think about blending with, here's German chamomile. It's a blue oil. It's blue, it's in the aster family. Like I said, you might notice that many blue oils are from the aster family. Blue tansy, Tennessee timonium, German chamomile. Inula can be green, that's also in the aster family. One thing, you may know this, that the asters in general, but German chamomile especially, and inula, so I have inula as well. Inula graveolens, this one's brand spanking new. Great anti-allergic. So if you find this time of year you're itchy, scratchy, one of my go-tos is to make a roller ball. And I put, I can't think of the drops right now, but you know, a maximum of 20 to 30 drops total. No more, you don't even need that much, 15. You could do German chamomile, inula, and blue tansy as a mix. And you just roll on the jaw, and honestly, the symptoms go away of the itchy, scratchy, drippy, kind of irritating, like can't quite sneeze, that. It's super helpful, it's very helpful. When you're in a pinch, I remember seeing Jade Schutz do this at a workshop. She's like, I feel scratchy, itchy. She put 1 drop of oil, like here. It's like, yeah, you're blue for a while. And I'll do that. See, blue? Maybe blue for a little while, but I don't care. It's fun. So great anti-allergic. Think about digestion. If you have like a digestive upset, you can rub in the tummy. That might be nice to rub. Like maybe a little peppermint spearmint. You can think about even making a tea with chamomile would be really nice. For the skin, you want to think flowers. So here I have like rose blended with like vetiver or geranium, like any of those beautiful flowers. I have clary sage, could be really lovely. If you want to think about irritability and nervousness, a classic would be just chamomile lavender. If you really want to put bring the Band-Aid in and like help with just soothing the mind and irritated tissue, lavender, helichrysum, and German chamomile would be really, really lovely. Other oils I was pulling to think about just like inflammation and that mood too, like irritability. Helichrysum blends low. St. John's wort could be really nice, a beautiful aromatic, great for nerve pain as well. So German chamomile, think aches and pains and irritability. Holy cow. We could do German chamomile, helichrysum. I would do that, a little St. John's wort. And right now I'm feeling, gotta have the lavender. It's just classic. Irritability, genius. Red mandarin. So joy, itchy, scratchies, like calming down. So I said helichrysum, German chamomile, St. John's wort, and red mandarin, lavender. So just gentle too. Those are all just lovely and gentle and happy. So yeah, you love clary sage. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, they're all amazing oils, right? And you can just have fun along with German chamomile. But any questions? Because I think that's it. I don't know what I'm doing here. So, you know, just kind of talking about plants. You get to see them, maybe a little talk about oils, and that's it. But happy hour. All right. So I'm going to say goodbye. If this is interesting, I'll keep doing them as the plants kind of do their thing seasonally. Yarrow's coming up next. Things that I can think about putting in the still, which will be fun. And on a parting note, I just earlier made myself a lovely tea. Hi, I'm just leaving us. I saw Plant Magic by Dee Dee. I just actually taped my chakras class just before, and I made myself a beautiful tea of rose, cardamom, and coriander. You too. So just enjoy, love the tea, love the plants. I hope this is interesting. I'm going to keep doing them, and if someone says this isn't interesting, maybe I'll stop. But love the plants, love you, love yourself, and yeah, have a great weekend. Happy May. I hope everyone's doing okay and staying calm. All these oils we talked about, great for just making a good space for your heart, digestion, easing, just kind of that tension. So thank you so much. And I need to think of a catchphrase to say at the end of Plant Talk. Happy hour. Anyway, bye. Thank you so much. Be well.